Not too nerve-wracking.
Not too nerve-wracking. No, the most nerve-wracking things actually, as you'll see when you see the film, the most nerve-wracking things actually were to do with the preparations and thinking, oh my God, will anybody sign off on the bits of paper to allow us to go and do this thing?
I was going to say, it's a pretty crazy idea. I mean, who came up with it? Was it you?
That was me.
I mean, look, 45 days around the world, 30 for the quick trip, isn't it?
Yep, and all the band and all the crew on the same aeroplane, which is actually the most efficient way to do it. There being no railways across the Pacific or the Atlantic, so we've got to go by plane. So if you've got to go by plane, the greenest way to do it is to go from where you want to go to where you want to go to, stop, and then just continue like that.
What was the personal highlight for you on the making of this?
On the making of it? Yeah. The personal highlight of it on the making of it is actually the end shot of the film, which is unrepeatable. You couldn't dream this one up, and it just happened to be a shot that camera crew were just focusing on an audience. We'd finished, we went off stage, and they had one kid had caught one of Nico's drumsticks, and anyway, he's holding it up, and they just zoom in on his really tiny face, and they're playing Always Look on the Bright Side of Life, and he starts to cry. But he just goes on, and then everybody around him starts to cry, and then people behind him start to cry, and suddenly there's a huge, like, mass of people all bursting into tears, and it goes on for the entire song. You couldn't make it up, and you certainly couldn't rehearse it. So that to me is actually the highlight of the film.
Are you happy with the finished product then?
I'm surprised. I'm very happy with it. I'm surprised as well because, you know, I thought, oh my goodness, we're going to end up with, you know, Metallica, some kind of monster. We're going to end up with a rockumentary. You know, what are we going to end up with? And actually, what we've ended up with, more than anything else, is Iron Maiden as seen through the eyes of the people who matter the most, which are the fans. And that's something that we would never, they'd never tell us the truth if we asked them. But Scott and Sam got it out of them. So it's great.
Yes, we need you, Bruce.
This is Peel, we need it.
Scream for me, Istanbul for once. We never got to see you.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. Yeah. You can probably take a bit of the other guy. He can hear it, yeah. It just wasn't a very good angle.